Thank you. I'd like to take you on a journey today to somewhere very different from where we are now, here in San Francisco in the Castro Theater. I'd like to take you to the other side of the world, to a country called Niger in Central Africa. This is Aishitao. She's a teenager living in rural Niger. In her lifetime, she can expect to have about 7 children, 3 of which are likely to be underweight. She has a 15% chance of being able to read. Most likely, she won't graduate primary school if she gets to go at all. 80% of people in Niger live in rural areas. Their land is among the least fertile in the world. 60% don't even have access to clean drinking water, and 60% live below the poverty line. Only 10% have electricity, and only 20% have even the most basic mobile phone. As you can see, Aishitao is grasping to meet even her most basic needs. And as things stand, she and women like her have minimal hope of being able to lead healthy and fulfilled lives. In recognition of our responsibility to tackle these desperate challenges around the world, a year and a half ago, the world's leaders came together to adopt something called the Sustainable Development Goals, with a top-line goal to end extreme poverty by 2030. Technology is going to be a vital part of that solution. For women like Aishitao, having access to a mobile phone or the internet can open an entirely new world, making it possible for them to be more empowered and live more meaningful and prosperous lives. So how's that going to happen? That's what I'd like to talk about today. For over 20 years, I worked as a software engineer and engineering executive in Silicon Valley. Then 5 years ago, I decided to leave Google, to pursue a dream, to find a way to do something more meaningful where I might be able to help improve the lives of people around the world that didn't grow up with the advantages that I did. I got lucky. At USAID, I had a chance to do just that. I was brought into the Obama administration to head up the Global Development Lab. There, we looked for ways to harness technology and innovation to turbocharge our fight to end global poverty. Let me start with where things stand today and some of the challenges. So, how many of you use the internet? Okay, so in Africa, only about 25% of people are online today. And the situation for women is much worse. Across Africa, there are almost twice as many men who have access to the internet as women. Twice as many. So if you think about the power of the internet in our own lives, you can imagine that women risk getting left further and further behind. But there's reason for hope. Technology is evolving in new and innovative ways across developing countries, in some cases even leapfrogging what we have here in the US. One great example is mobile money. 2 billion people today don't have access to even the most basic financial services. And in developing countries, women are 20% less likely to have a bank account. Mobile money is starting to change that. Kenya has been in the lead with a service called M-Pesa, which allows anybody with a basic mobile phone to be able to transfer cash or pay for goods and services all electronically. And on top of this platform, new services have sprung up to enable people to save money securely, take out small loans, or even get insurance. Today, 3/4 of adults in Kenya have an M-Pesa account, and it's estimated that almost half of the country's GDP runs through M-Pesa. Now, over in India, a service called Aadhaar has registered digital IDs for over 1 billion people. This includes a picture, fingerprints, and an iris scan to uniquely and securely identify each individual. Now, before Aadhaar, many poor people in India didn't have any form of formal identity, often not even a birth certificate. Now, they're able to access government services and open a bank account for the first time. Aadhaar has also helped fight corruption. When the government converted liquid petroleum gas subsidies from to use Aadhaar to verify identity, they found that 24% of accounts were fraudulent. This saved them almost $2 billion, more than paying for the entire cost of Aadhaar alone. Now, the advent of all these mobile services opens up the possibility for new jobs. Women are finding work as digital agents, using a simple mobile phone and ledger to help small businesses transfer cash, families be able to send and receive money to distant relatives, and local villagers to pay their bills. Mobile voice and text services can also save lives. A service called Mobile Money provides pregnant women and new moms with crucial health information, such as highlighting warning signs, dispelling myths, and connecting women to local health services. For the 70% of the global poor who are farmers, mobile services can help them improve crop yields and increase their incomes. In Ghana, a company called Isoko provides farmers with up-to-date market prices, weather forecasts, as well as tips to improve their farming techniques. Platforms like Mobile Money also open up the possibility for entirely new business models. In Tanzania, 85% of people don't have electricity. The obvious solution would be to harness solar power, except that most poor rural families can't afford the upfront costs of buying a solar system. Instead, they resort to expensive and polluting fuels like kerosene that ruin their eyesight and damage their lungs. A company called Off-Grid Electric found a better way. With Mobile Money, they enable families to pay off their home solar systems at just a few cents a day, often less than they would have paid for the kerosene. Today, Off-Grid has lit up over 100,000 homes and is aiming to reach 1 million by the end of the year. As technology continues to open new doors, the possibilities for women like Aishitao will continue to expand. Technology means freedom, freedom to access information, markets, and people. Technology can help women around the world find a path out of poverty and be able to step into their full potential. Thank you.